What was the biggest fear you had when you're starting out?
Within the 6 months, I started thinking, I think I cannot make it into this industry. I thought this is not the cup of my tea because you have to struggle a lot. It's hard, and there are other people who are more talented than me. I couldn't compete with them.
What was the lowest point you had is the career?
At the beginning, it was really tough because we were just doing like theory in our college. When I was writing programming, actual programming in computer or laptop, I was asking questions to myself, did I actually study computer engineering?
Hey coders, welcome to the season 2 of the Diary of a Developer, and this is the very first episode of this 2025, and I have a special guest who has over 6 years of experience working into the IT field, and he actually works into the AI driven tech company. So he has amazing story to share. Please stay all the way to the end. You're gonna get gold mining of information that's gonna help you to build your career in software industry. So let's dive into this podcast. I'm really excited about this podcast, guys. I hope you are to get the pen and paper to write the note as well. And guys, if you find any information valuable, write down in the comment section to share with other people. So with that saying, let's dive in. Thanks for coming to the show, Sundar. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Prem.
So let's start with now. What do you do now, and how do you describe it to your families?
That's a good one. So, yeah, currently I'm working as a software engineer in a ID First company, so which is located in North Sydney,
Mm-hmm.
and so it is also currently acquired by LexisNexis, and they are based in California, USA. So I just like joined this company 2 months back.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay. Congratulations for your new post.
thank you. So the company is more into AI stuffs, and they are building some AI related products. So in the company, so I'm just now learning the things what they are into, and I'm just trying to get into the deep of the systems. And currently, I'm just working on the some like basic things, trying to get to know more about the systems. And yeah, I'm morely into technical, so some of the programming language I'm using massively is right now PHP, Laravel. But talking about their products, so they are using like multiple programming languages, and they have built like different microservices. Some of them are built in Python, Rust,
Cool.
PHP. So yeah, these are the things.
Okay, so as a software developer, how is your life now?
As a software developer, I would say it's good, and it's sometimes I feel okay, because it's good because like you are getting to do what you love to do from the childhood. So
Great.
I'm really fond of what I'm doing right now because since childhood I was always fascinated towards computer. That's one thing, and the best part of working in IT industries is that it provide flexibility, so you don't need to commute every day to the work. You can just do work from home. So normally I go to office on Wednesday, and when I'm not going to office, my office start at 9 a.m., but I wake up at 8:30 or 8:45.
Yeah, that's really that's the flexible we have.
Yeah. So only on Wednesday I wake up at 7 a.m. in the morning.
Okay, so you definitely having like extra time, freedom.
Yeah.
You and
Mm,
yeah, last time I talked to one of my student, and then she was saying she literally wanted to switch the career because she couldn't have more time with her kids,
mm,
and she did that.
mm.
Good on her, and she becomes software developer, and she started working like literally full time, work from home. So she got to spend more time
Mm.
with her children, and which is amazing as a software developer career, isn't it?
Yeah, that's also, and also you get to work with like-minded people. You get to get knowledge from your seniors,
Mm.
which is really helpful. They guide you through your career, your path, all those things.
Mm.
And yeah, I just love what I'm doing right now.
That's great. So it's great now, but what about the journey? So before you have this success in your career,
Hmm.
what was the lowest point you had
Hmm.
is the career?
Yeah, so talking about my career, I would say like so I graduated from Nepal, and I had like a couple of years of experience back in my country. Though I was struggling there to get a job, but that was a different kind of struggle. Like I did my Bachelor of Computer Engineering, and the course even didn't meet the requirements like market requirements back in Nepal. So when
Yeah.
I was not looking actually for programming job. I was just looking a job in any IT field, and that will define my career. So me and my friends were looking for a job. So someone got into networking,
Mm-hmm.
and I got into programming.
Okay.
So that was not a plan
Oh,
to
okay.
get me into the programming. I was
Okay.
just looking for a job,
Mm.
but I landed a job in programming, and that's how my career started. But at the beginning, it was really tough because we were just doing like theory in our college.
Mm.
And when I was writing programming, actual programming
Mm-hmm.
in computer or laptop, I was thinking, I was asking question to myself, did I actually studied computer engineering? That
Okay.
was really a big question in my mind at that time. But with the time and with the help from seniors, I didn't have to worry about most things. I was just focused on my career, programming, all those stuffs,
Mm-hmm.
and things were getting into the shape after that
Oh,
in Nepal.
okay.
But talking about that, so I came to Australia, and I came here on student visa.
Mm.
And like in Australia, there is again a different story. Even I thought I knew programming, but that was not sufficient for me to get the job in IT.
Okay.
Like there's a different story for again struggle.
Mm-mm.
And at the beginning, like I thought I could get a job easily,
Mm.
but I was thinking wrong.
Okay, yeah, I want to get definitely onto that. What was the, your mindset and what went wrong, and then what, everybody can learn from you so that
Mm.
they implement the right strategy and mindset from the beginning. So before we going to the current now, I want to go back a little bit where you say when you started with career, it kind of some of your friends went to the networking and you started programming. So is that like programming something? Did you plan? You said before, as a child, you always wanted to work in IT, but did you ever make a plan or consider becoming as a software engineer yourself at any point in the past, or it just happened along the way?
No, actually, just I guess like, uh, so, uh, I would say on that point, like I was looking into some of the computer movies
Oh yeah,
related to
so
tech.
inspired by the
Yeah,
movies.
and
Right?
I was like looking at some movies and IT movies especially, and I see like a guy writing a code, and he's
Oh, they always so they can hack the things into
so
internet.
many things, and that's what drive me to get into the programming. But I didn't knew like I had to do programming, so I was just thinking like, so if I want to work in a computer field, what should I study?
Mm-hmm.
So I asked my seniors, and they told me, if you want to be a computer programmer, you have to study computer engineering.
Great. That's a great to have. That's why, it's great to have a mentor.
Yeah.
Like for me as well, like when I was literally, I think 8 or 10 years
Mm.
old, that time I used to say,
Mm.
I wanted to become a computer engineer. I did not know what
Yeah.
computer comes under. I mean, under the computer, how many things comes? Like a hardware side, soft side, and the in administration side, right?
Yeah.
But I was just thinking, I want to become a computer engineer in Microsoft. That was my goal. And I did not know, is there any other company
Mm.
other than Microsoft also do produce anything related to IT and
Yeah.
software? That was my childhood thing. But later on, of course, learn a lot of things.
Yeah.
And now we build a career. So what was the biggest fear you had when you're starting out?
My biggest fear when I was studying, like looking on in my career, was that I think uh, within the 6 months, I started thinking, I think I cannot make it into this industry.
Oh, wow.
I was within like when I was working for 6 months, I thought this is not the cup of my tea, because it's really hard. It's you have to struggle a lot. It's hard, and I think there are other people who are more talented than me. I couldn't compete with them. So that was my thought during the 6 months. And also the problem, like, I don't say problem. So like there was no anyone like in my family. There was no anyone from the tech industry.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say I was the first guy to get into the tech industry from my family.
Same here.
so and even if like there was someone, I could have talked to him, and he could have consoled me saying, no, come on, this is just your for 6 months. It happens to everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. But there were some senior brothers who I met when I studied computer engineering, and some of them told me, but if you have a regular mentor on daily basis or maybe on weekly basis,
Mm.
that could help you a lot.
That's I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Like I see a lot of students still struggle on that because they don't have a right guidance and
Yeah.
mentor. What they have is the people who is not working in the tech
Yeah.
industry, and what advice come from the people who are not actually working on the position where they want to go, they will definitely not going to get the right advice.
Yeah.
That's what exactly happened to me as well. When I came in Australia, they say I was already good at programming and I could do a lot of work, and they say, look, forget about programming career. White collar job is not for us.
Yeah.
Go to cleaning, and then no matter what happens, don't quit the job. And in that mindset, first thing, I didn't have a mentor, but when I had someone to guide me through, they did not guide me properly, and it's not their fault as well.
Yeah.
It's because that's what they've been guided as well.
What they have learned.
Yeah. Were there a moment where you feel like you want to quit it, the programming career, and if so, like how did you pull that moment through?
The knowledge gap between academic and the real market industry is so vast in Nepal back time, but I don't know how it's right now. I think it's getting better back in Nepal right now.
Even still same thing here. The academic knowledge you have, you getting from university, and what company looking for is like 90% gap in there.
Yeah.
So it's all around the world when it comes to academics, especially in our industry. If you look into the status, it's around, I think they say almost 40% engineer are self-made engineer, software engineer. So yeah, that's it completely valid to your point there.
Yeah. So like because when I was working at the beginning, there were definitely some senior mentors to help me throughout my work. But again, I feel like because when you're working in real-time project company, you have to deliver the work in time.
Correct.
Right. So if you can deliver the work in your time, that's your thinking, like people will judge you, oh, you are slow, you can't do it, or like am I like behind from everyone. So that's the thinking that came into my mind. So I thought of focusing which is easy in IT industry, same let's say networking, because I used to meet my friends who used to do networking back in Nepal, like it's classic tech Subisu.
Okay.
Right. And they used to tell me, oh, it's so easy, we just need a bike, we go to the client's house, we fix the internet, it's so easy easy peasy. And I was like, you can come to us, I can talk to our boss, we can refer you in our company. But again, I say I'm a little bit lazy as well, in sense, like, because uh, I don't like to keep on moving for work, because I knew when I'm doing programming, you don't have to go away from home. You can just sit at one place, whether it's your office or home, you can just work. But if you're into networking, you might have to travel based on the
Job
requirement,
and the
yeah.
field requirement.
And even I was not fascinated by civil engineering, because you have to go to remote areas, so many different places.
Okay.
I'm not blaming those guys, but that's my perception. I don't want. So I told you I'm a bit lazy, right? And I was that's and yeah. But again, I didn't quit, because like I talked to some of the seniors who were already in US doing good things, right? And they also helped me to understand, no, this happens to everyone in the first 6 months. You don't have to quit, you don't have to feel low, you don't have to, like, blame yourself for not knowing things. That's happened to me. Even when I was working, I was like so bad at programming for the first year when I was working in the company. But that's obvious, it comes to your mind. But just don't give up. When you're working 9 to 5, focus on company job. When you are not working, you have to do it, learn at home.
That's a very, very,
Learn
very
at home.
good advice.
Yeah, and at one point you will realize now you are getting programming, and after that you will never look back.
That's true.
And it was really difficult for me to pass that phase. But with the help of mentors and seniors and my like dedication, all those disciplines, I made it happen.
So basically, if there was no mentor, it couldn't have happened.
Yeah, I think so.
So okay, is there any person? I don't know if you have ever attributed someone for like helping you become who you are today. Is there any person in your life that has the highest level of impact on you, who made you who you are today, that you want to attribute to someone?
Yeah, so yeah, there is one, like, one senior mentor. So we worked together back in Nepal. He was senior to us, and he is currently in Australia as well. And he's also really good guy.
Okay.
And whenever there is problem or there is any confusion I need to make, I always call him.
Is he software in the software industry as well?
Yeah, he's right. Yeah,
Okay,
he's so good.
hopefully I can one day invite him as well.
Yeah, sure thing.
I want to learn more from him.
Yeah, it's so good. Oh my God, the advice, the way he gives us advice.
Mhm.
First thing in my mind, if I'm into any like confusion, any things, any job related question, he comes into my mind.
So you till today you say you have some mentor,
Yeah,
officially, unofficially, so that
exactly.
helping you.
Yeah.
That's correctly like that's what I tell a student from day one. You need to have a mentor. Even like sometime when we have a people coming to ask in general question, I said you need to have a time, you need to have a mentor, and you need to have a relentless, hardworking
Yeah.
mindset to succeed. And if you have them, you're gonna save your time like many years of your life and
Yeah.
get the career what you want in short amount of time, isn't it?
Yeah.
So just to thinking about those people who are in the like early stage, they don't know how to go about it in the career. So if we relate back to you, if we have to go back and then do everything from zero, let's say not go back to the zero, considering what skill you have today, but let's say considering you cannot show your degree, you don't have money, and you don't have a network or you don't have a mentor to help you through. So if you are just picked from one location to put you into the new location where you can only speak their language, then how would you approach to get the job in next 30 days? Because you can only have resources to survive in 30 days. So what would be your approach so that people can take that advice and then maybe implement on their process to get the
So if I'm put into that situation, so that's really like challenging as well. So if I'm put into that situation, maybe like I'll just at first like couple of days I'll just study the surroundings because you have to know where you are
exactly.
and you have to like you have to act like Roman when you are in Rome, right? So definitely I'll study the surrounding and what's in the demand right now.
So you need the skill list that what is in
Yeah,
demand.
because let's say if something is in demand in the market and I'm going in the opposite direction, that doesn't make sense, right?
True. So
Or I can't just jump in the day one as well, right?
no.
Because like once in a like 1,000 people get lucky, but not everyone. So definitely I'll just study the surrounding and after studying surrounding I'll do some research and I'll make a plan what I'm doing next. See, like after doing some research I also look out for the people who is going to help me, who
So
are
networking.
who is going to help me, who can refer me, who can guide me. And yeah, those are the things definitely I'll do. And after that, I'll start looking for a job. I can't just jump into the IT industry with some cartoon resume in day one, right? So everything needs to be planned before in different categories. Then only after that I'll start moving.
Okay, amazing advice. So I just keep note here so that I can tell whoever listening. So guys, hear from the people who already made the career in the industry, and he has already almost now 6+ year, I believe now, right?
Yeah.
He is now about to go to the senior level role. So if we put him into the new place, he would go and first align the skills that he needed to for the local market. So if you are in the location where you think there is no job or you think you are finding hard to get the job, you can now literally take his blueprint and then apply yourself. So first align your skill set what you have already. Gaining skills takes time. So that is first thing you need to do. And once you have the skill, align the job market and write down the plan. What's the plan do you have, guys, finding a job? Do you even have a plan? A lot of students don't have a plan. Even we did not have plan at the beginning, because now we came through that process and we realized, oh damn, we should have done that so that we get the better outcomes, right? And then third one you said immediately is the networking.
Yeah.
They say the network is the net worth. Build the network and get help from the network. And then after that, find one mentor. So mentor means who have already made the career in that area.
Exactly.
It's easy to find the mentor. You can get free mentor through LinkedIn in that area. Again, once you build the network, build a repo with that person, and then ask them become a mentor. Some people will charge you, some people will provide you free mentor,
Yeah.
but with a limited resources.
Yeah.
And you can even find the paid mentor around any location,
Yeah.
and then actually look for a job. So
Yeah.
don't jump into the job already, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's amazing advice. And guys, I hope you've got that written down. So what's the single most valuable project or the skill that helped you land your first job?
So I already mentioned that I started my IT career from Nepal.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll talk about Nepal.
Yeah, your first job. So
Yeah, first job that I so my first job was a bit of interesting, and yeah, so actually I started my career with as a support.
okay,
My first, so I
IT support person.
some not exactly, just some, there is a website
Mm-hmm.
written in core PHP.
Okay.
And they asked me to do just change the color, change the text,
Oh, okay. That's still like a UX kind of UI
change the
designer.
text, yeah, and something basic like things. So, but that was really helpful for me to get like real. I don't. That was also that was like my first step, but
Mm-hmm.
actual programming job, I would say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, uh,
Was that the paid job?
yeah, it was a paid job.
So how did you get into that job? So was there any project you show, or what did you say, I have this skill? So what gets you into that job?
The job that I landed was also in PHP. So back in like, I don't know, like few years back in Nepal, like YII PHP framework,
Oh,
that was
okay.
really famous.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing my PHP stuff. So I told them, so see, these are the projects that I have done, and so these are the things I know in PHP.
Mm-hmm.
And they were also doing something like CMS. Back in the
Yes.
CMS is really famous back in
Famous.
Nepal, right?
Yeah.
So they were also building a CMS.
I mean, we're talking about 6 years ago, so
Yeah.
many things had changed.
Yeah.
Foundation fundamental process hasn't changed,
Yeah.
only the tech stack changed. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I also, like, review my resume. I made it really look nice, and even in the interview, I practiced lots of interview, watching YouTube, watching mirrors, and
That's
I
amazing.
and sometimes, like, back in Nepal, even the interview used to be in English.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to improve our English as well, right? So it's
Of
not
course.
like we study in English medium school and we speak better than American people.
Lucky you were in English medium school. I was in government school,
Yeah.
That's never my English.
Yeah, so, and I practice like interview, and I improved my resume, and I looked into the job description, that for the job that I have applied, and I also prepared for the interview based on the job description, because definitely they are going to ask similar question which I'm applying for. So yeah, these are the homework that I did before going for the interview, and that's like more technical. But again, coming back to interview, so there were some, like, behavioral question as well. So that also matter among the most. It matters most, and yeah, I also prepared for that. But back then, it was like more like newbie type for me, because
Everybody
I was
is
just
at the
starting my
beginning.
career. But I managed to hack that interview with all this preparation, and but things are now different. But that's how I landed my first job back in Nepal.
So anybody, I wanted to have this conversation because anybody who want to land the job now, what they should be looking into as well. So I just kept note here saying you have first gain the technical skills, and then you could say I have this skill, right? Back in this PSP, now different things.
Yeah, it's
So
totally different.
yeah, and the next skill you developed was being able to tailor the resume as per the job.
Yeah.
So that also helped you. And also you practice interview preparation.
Yeah.
So that is the most valuable skill you need
And
to
definitely
have in order to get the job.
Yeah, sorry to cut in, but definitely you should always talk to your mentor or that
Exactly.
if you
Because
have time.
unless you talk to someone who is actually part of the interview in the past, you wouldn't know what to practice,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So so I would say those are the main thing, and that's a very important things everybody should be knowing it.
Yeah.
So now let's go back to anybody like who wants to start their career as a software developer in 2025. What are the underrated skills um, aspiring developers should learn in 2025 in your opinion?
So I'll just talk about like based on Australia.
Yes,
So
that would be good.
yeah, so because everyone is looking job in Australia right now, so just talk about Australia. So I'll just share like my experience as well. So when I was looking my first job in Australia,
Mm-hmm.
so the first challenging thing that I encountered was communication skills,
Mm-hmm.
because we have to speak in English, and this accent thing, and especially over the phone, is so challenging. And I always used to tell them like, look, I'm on a bus or I'm on the way. Can you please send me an email?
So you get
Yeah, I get to know who is calling me, what
True.
company. So
True.
yeah, and after looking at the email, I reply them. So that was one thing, and and like after that, in 2025 especially, and another thing is like, if you are looking for a job, go through the description first, and they expect more.
Mm.
Not like Nepal, you'll have like chance to learn.
Mm.
And even I don't work for the day, I'll like, if I get fired from this company, I'll go for another company, because looking at the current job market in IT industry, it's kind of bad
Mm.
comparing to past, before past years.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get fired from like one job to another, fired from your current job, it's very like difficult to get another job right now.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely one thing, communication.
Mm. Communication is pro.
Yeah, you have to dedicate yourself to this field. You have to like, you have to manage our time, because if you ignored your time when you are looking for an IT job, for example, let's say if you are a student and you are working 20 hours, 24 hours per week right now.
Mm.
And if you think, if you really want to get job in IT, then you have to dedicate other time to prepare for the IT job. And especially if you are a fresh student, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, very true. So, I have a literally many, I talk with hundreds, if not thousands of students.
Hmm.
And then I talk in daily basis, many students. They have like concept saying, if I have an IT degree, I should get a job.
That's not gonna happen.
How,
Because
what can you tell them? Can you,
yeah, because even I did my like masters in information technology,
mm,
and I'm also doing a job. So the problem is, it depends like what university you are going, but normally like people coming from South Asia, like we people, we
mm,
cannot afford expensive university,
mm,
right? We cannot afford, and we also have to, and we cannot like ask our parents to send us money to survive here. That happens to like 5% of 5 to 10% of people, but not everyone is not lucky
mm,
like that.
mm,
So we have to manage everything by ourselves.
mm,
So at that time, you have to make a choice. What do you want to do? If you think just graduating in IT course will land you in IT job, so that's a myth.
mm,
But if you are doing your study,
mm,
working 24 hours, and you don't have any experience back in Nepal, and you are a fresh graduate,
mm.
you have to start planning at that time.
That's true.
You should also like, have a mentor. And if you are doing masters in IT course, those courses are not going to help you,
No.
because they will, when you are going for interview, they will not ask you what you study. Even like the amazing thing is that amazing thing is like that, I gave interview in so many places, and no one asked me my degree.
Yeah, and I think you even got your first job in Australia as a IT student, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got like, I landed after like 8 months, I got my IT job as a programmer. And till now I gave like, I don't know how many interviews,
Mm,
but no one asked me my like certificates, academic degrees. It's
mm.
all about interview, how you are going to impress them, and that takes a lot of practice and guidance.
And then also before you get into the interview, you need to showcase them that the skill level you have.
Yeah, and that's
That's the
where,
only thing they need.
yeah, that's where the CV comes in. And even in Australia, like there is two type of hiring process. So once is like, you can get a phone call from recruiter,
Mm,
and the other one is you can get a phone call directly from the company.
true. Yeah.
So yeah, it's very challenging. And with the mindset thinking that I'm gonna get the job just doing my graduation, That's not gonna happen. You have to prepare in different way. So I know many people those who want to do prepare, but they don't have like correct mentor. They don't have a right pathway. They get lost, and they are also looking for one, but they don't know how to get it. So I think you should start exploring that option as well.
So
Yeah.
again, networking, just learn
Yeah.
the networking. And there is always someone there to help you.
Yeah.
There is. So just you need to find the right person.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is another fear students having. So there's a lot of myth amongst the students. We want to really bust that out. That's why I love to bring like an experienced engineer like you to share your experience so that they actually see the reality versus what does that call? The expectation versus reality. Thank you for helping me with that. Yeah, and it's one thing because they don't know what they don't know. Second thing, because the thing they are costing them most is the bad advice from their loved one who don't know much about the industry. So that's why I like to do podcasts like this so that they actually hear the reality, right? So here, again, guys, if you're watching this until this point, amazing. Thanks for supporting, and I hope you're already getting some value. So please remember that having your IT degree have very less to do when it comes to landing the job versus how much you know technical skills and your communication skills. So I usually in our training we have this trifactor training to our students saying in order to get the job you need three things. First, we have this triangle. In left side of the triangle we call it the experience. So having skill is not enough. So this is how I like train our students. You gain theoretical knowledge for the brain, so you have a knowledge, and take your knowledge from brain to transfer on your hand. So that's a skill you gain. So now develop that skills into the muscle memory. So when you can do the work by your hand, then you have an experience. It could be working alone in the project, working with other person in the team as a group project, or do some free freelancing, paid freelancing, free internship, paid internship. So you gain the experience. So first you need to have experience, not a skill only, experience. And then next you need to have actual offer. If you don't get an offer, you're never gonna get job, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what are the strategy are you putting in your job search plan? Like you mentioned before, you need to have a plan, right?
Yeah.
So what are the touch point to get the job offer? Is it something you only relying on the job board? Well, if you're looking for a fresh developer, you're not gonna get 90% job market in there because people are not putting that in the ad, right? So what are the other ways? There are like literally 5 or 6 different strategy we put for a student. I think that's another long topic. Maybe I'll cover next time. So you need to have all these different ways to hit. Like you need to access 100% of the job pool. Then you have the offer coming. And the third part of this triangle is the communication. You have the skills. Skill gets you to the offer. Now you get the offer. You need to pass the interview. Like you said before, watch the mirror, do the practice, and then make sure you need to pass not only the technical interview, that's the key to the job market, of course, also need to pass the soft skill, isn't it? So once you have that, then I don't think why anybody can get the job.
Yeah, so soft skills, like I also experienced that, while working in Australian IT company. So it's not only Nepalese people working there, it's a like diverse culture. So the diverse culture, that's why like behavioral question is must in the interview, because they will also see how you are good to fit in the team.
True.
You know,
I want to say something on this after you go on.
like how you are good to fit in the team, because I have seen some people getting fired not being talent, like for not being
The technical skill?
no, not because of technical skill, but because of not properly behaving with co-workers.
Behavioral skill.
Yeah, so that's really
We have something saying in Nepali, one rotten potato rots entire sack of potato. Remember? So that's the example I give it to my student all the time. Are you that potato is rotten gonna bring down the entire team, or are you the fireball in that potato gonna lift up entire team? So that's the very, very important skill to have it. And if you can pass that interview, then
because I've seen so many people getting fired because of behavior. And like you go to like your workplace at first day and you see so many new faces from different nationalities, right? From and some are like Chinese, some are Indian, some Indonesian, some Australian, so many peoples, right? And you don't know how to talk with them because the thing that you do in your culture might be bad at other people culture.
Not acceptable.
Yeah, not acceptable. You know, like so many things you have to take care. So you have to be very careful on that part as well. So behavioral interview is a trick interview. It's not like, you know, they don't ask you any technical question in behavioral interview. I would say it's a trick interview to let you know, like, so to know about you, how good are you with the people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How are you gonna fit in the team?
Yeah.
And then lift up the team. It's all about, like, even when I do have been, I think I already been doing, even my personal, I have helped more than 100 students get hired through this training. And also I, as a entrepreneur, I have already done more than, I think, 10 plus hire already for myself. And then this is the very important thing I see, is that the person gonna impact in the team positively or the negatively.
Yeah.
If I see even it is the neutral, I would really put the question mark. That neutral is not lifting the team up.
Yeah.
Right? You need to have it above the neutral so that you lift the team.
Yeah,
So
true.
that you fit into the best culture of the team, isn't
Yeah.
it? So that's amazing advice. Now I want to go back to another myth. So we just talk about the IT degree myth, and then also the importance of the interview processes. And now the next myth is, especially for the IT students, they are really uncertain about their IT career in the future to pursue now because of the AI thingy. So many IT students, they call and say, hey, I wanted to learn the programming now, but I think AI gonna replace us. And that's a so tricky question to ask, right?
Yeah.
I always say, well, AI not gonna directly replace anybody, but the person who know how to use AI going to replace somebody else. So this is how I used to explain students, and then we go in the depth understanding. But the future is uncertain. But what I want to ask you is, based on current scenario, you are in the AI company, AI driven company, right? And you are working as a software engineer there. So if anybody say, I wanted to go into the software development career, but AI gonna replace all the developers, so I don't want to. I'm gonna pivot that my passion. What advice do you have for them? Based on you working as a developer in AI company, I think it would be the best example to give, in your opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely there is a fear of AI in the IT industry right now, and especially for aspiring developer. Why should we do programming if AI is there to develop all those programs?
True.
Yeah, but I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think like AI will replace software engineer. It's just changing the definition of software engineering. It's not replacing.
True.
Right? So it's just changing the definition of software engineering only on some part of it, not like everything. So AI is just making our work easy. But again, so if you think AI is replacing replacing, that's like, in my personal opinion, that's a myth. And just if you think AI is the latest trend in the market, then you have to upgrade your skills according to that.
True.
And basic programming language, even if you want to reach into the top heights of programming, you should always start with basic programming.
True.
And AI is only somewhere there. But again, I think if you look into high level, you think AI is like just doing the AI is replacement of programming. That's in high level. But if you look into the
Low level,
or if you try to dig deep into that thing, AI is all programming.
Again, who writes the AI program?
Yeah, AI is all programming, because anything you anything you build on AI, behind the scene you'll always find a programmer.
That's one thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
behind the scene you'll always find a programmer writing a code, because AI lives on code. So that's why AI will never replace. But what you can do is, what kind of programming language is needed for AI? So you have to keep on that mind, do some market research, talk to your mentor. And doesn't matter, like, if let's say at the beginning only you have to dive into the programming language that uses AI. Like it's more like compiler level programming language like ROS, C++, Python. You don't have to jump into that programming language directly. Any programming language that you are learning right now is okay. It doesn't make a difference. It's just once you like get into one programming language, and definitely it will help you when you change your programming language.
Sure. So first, you really need to know the foundation fundamental of software engineering.
Yeah.
On the top of that, you need to know how to do foundation level of coding, programming. Then everything comes above, isn't it? And I want to share one interesting fact. If I'm not wrong, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, okay, in the comment. The CEO of Fiverr has sent a very long email to all its staff saying that, okay, AI is coming for you. And this is how he articulated whole story. So we have a task categorized as a easy task, hard task, and impossible task. So because of the AI, now AI is literally going to make every person, if they harness the power of the AI, maybe 10,000 times more productive. But now, with that productiveness, the easy job today will be extinct. The hard job today will become easy for tomorrow. And then impossible job today is the hard job of the future. So now, if we don't have foundation of fundamental, if we don't learn the require base level skill, trying to jumping into the AI directly or thinking AI gonna replace us, it's just now we are thinking about I need to, well, just always stick into the role which is easy to do it, and then AI will not come for that.
Yeah, and AI is not simply just AI. It's a combination of so many things you have to know. So like, for example, let's say machine learning, data science, and AI. So these three things are interrelated, So just don't think like I just want to do programming in AI and I'll get a job in AI. So that's you have to plan. So that's not easy thing to do.
And then I think based on to add on that previous CEO message, you need to adapt the AI or at least use the AI as a mentor if you want. You need to leverage the AI, but I always say don't use AI to learn the hard skill.
Yeah.
I mean, you can use AI to learn the hard skill, but don't let AI brain to do your brain work.
Yeah.
So that you stay on the top of foundation, fundamental, any strength, part of the any technical set. Then once you know it, use AI to speed up your progress. Hey guys, quick stuff here. If you are really getting some value from this podcast, I'd like to bring more experienced guests to share more information for you guys. If you haven't already, can you please subscribe to the channel so that it will help me to grow bigger and invite bigger guests. Enjoy the show. Since the tech is evolving as we just talked about it, so how do you keep yourself updated in this competitive and evolving trend or time?
Yeah. So first thing is like keep on updating yourself what you are good at. That's always helping.
True.
Yeah. But beside that, if I like to keep myself updated with all those tech things going around the world, is like uh, be in the company of like-minded people, because if you know one thing, the other guy know another thing. So there will be some knowledge sharing, and even if you are lucky enough in the company, there is always tech session and going on. Try to participate in that. And I have seen like some even in Sydney there are like community who are doing some session regularly. For example, I see Sundar doing Google developer.
GDZ, yeah, we are partner there as well.
Yeah, so that's also one thing. You can go there and learn lots of stuff. But if you want to do something by yourself, then just read some books. That's gonna help. That's gonna improve your English as well.
Yeah.
Read some books, and forum community there is always there. And it's not bad to use ChatGPT as well. So you can use ChatGPT as well. Sometimes
get the direction and
get the
the
direction. Yeah. So and I always talk to my like senior mentor, which I have already mentioned to you. He's always there for me.
Okay, that's easy.
And yeah, and also there are aspiring developers, juniors. talk to them, share knowledge with them. They can also come up with some better ideas, even they don't know they are talking about that.
True.
You can catch that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this is how I keep myself updated.
Yeah, and it's for you guys when you're watching and still looking for the job. This is common interview question. They ask in the
Yeah.
interview saying, "How do you keep up with the updated trend and technology?" So most of the time, you need to be genuine on this answering
Yeah.
part. You need to be genuine, like answering it genuinely, and then you need to be intentional. Like you need to do it. If you say, "I'll read the book," please do the reading
Yeah,
book part.
I want to share one thing. So I was like preparing interview for Atlassian once. I didn't make it, but and I was preparing for Atlassian for like a software engineer, and that was the best experience interview I have given so far because their interview process is so different,
Mm.
right? And I was doing lead code
Mm-hmm.
from the beginning, but I was like not like seriously working on it when I had a time, but. Uh, Big companies like FANG companies, they focus on like algorithm and all those lead code things. And
DSA mostly.
yeah, and I was like final, and I cracked like first round interview, second round interview, and I couldn't make it after third round. That's but there's
What was in the first round interview, if you can share?
first interview was live coding.
Mm-hmm.
I have to do live coding with one of with one of the guys sitting
In the
in
other
the
side of the
other side
computer.
of the computer, and I was there, and like the interview was for like 1 hour, and so are you ready? Yes, I am ready. And all of a sudden the question appears in the screen, my screen.
Okay.
And okay, now you solve this question.
What type of question was it?
Mostly from lead code, it's more like algorithm.
Data structure and algorithm
Yeah,
solving question.
yeah. And so I started coding, and but at the same time when I was coding, and you have to tell them why are you coding in this way. So it's not
True.
like just coding, you have to explain them. And there
True.
was like two questions.
Mm.
And at first question I made the output okay. And second question I started writing coding, but at some point I don't know, it didn't work out, and the time was up. But after that I was able to make it happen. So during that time,
You couldn't make it.
yeah, anyway,
But
and
you still passed the first round
yeah, I
interview.
passed the first round because I was explaining my concept. So they told me, okay, now you are running out of time. So if you have done it, how would you have done it? So they were
Exactly.
just trying to understand my like concept. How was I trying to implement?
Mm.
But I managed to pass that, and I went to the second round of interview. And
So before we go to second round, I want to quickly give this advice to anybody who is listening. It's going to be very important because this is what we do to Eastern all the time. So when somebody doing coding challenge, they're not looking for answer
yeah,
directly. Think about if I am hiring, let's say you, and if I am giving you question to solve it, how do I not know, or how do I know you haven't done this question solution 10 times already when you are practicing?
yeah,
You can come and answer that question. But what happens when you have a new sets of problem coming?
yeah,
So what I want to see is that do you have a framework on solving the problem or
yeah,
not?
yeah.
So I want to know your thought process.
Mm,
How do you approach, like you said before, right? They wanted to hear my approach.
yeah.
So we have saying that it's called thought process. So what is your thought process or the framework behind solving any problem?
Yeah.
So you build that first and then use that framework to solve any problem. That means you can solve this problem or all the problem that you have never seen
Yeah.
in the future. So that's what I want to see alongside your core technical skill.
Yeah.
So guys, if you are considering applying for a job, get ready with that because most of the company will ask the technical challenge, and then if they it could be taken as a online interview like you had gone through, or it is also called whiteboard interview. You need to literally go to the office and then do the solution. So do not worry about the solution at the first step. So go with this approach. So we have something called brute force solution, brute
Yeah.
force method solution. Second is called the optimized solution.
Yeah.
So first answer the brute force method. Doesn't matter how, it will solve this.
Just output.
Just output. So, and after that, you need to say, okay, if I had a time and resources, then I'm going to do this to optimize the solution. And then don't forget to ask questions
Yeah.
regarding edge cases
Yeah.
because you need to ask. And then what are the assumptions?
Yeah.
So that shows you that you know.
Yeah.
Your ability of asking question actually tells you the problem solving skill you have. So you need to develop that. It's not
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
phenomenal, isn't it?
So at the same time, you have to keep on asking. So I'm taking this data. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Are you accepting this kind of data, or do I need to put another kind of
Exactly,
data?
that's a question. So there's an entire process you need to go
Yeah,
through.
that's where like I told my mentor that I'm having like first round of interview, and he told me, okay, I practiced like couple of sessions with him as well.
And that's exactly what you need to do, because think about it, if you go to interview yourself and going after a couple of practice, how likely you're going to get the job, you know? Uh, that's why we have this even in our coding bootcamp, we have a mentor panel. So we always advise student, before you go to interview, please go to the mentor,
Yeah.
have a one-on-one before you go, so that you have most likely chance of passing the interview, you know. So that's a very great advice for the first round. I want to know second. So I'm literally asking you every process, so that whoever watching it, they know the reality and they
Yeah.
are preparing themselves, because many students, they come up with questions saying what happens, how does it work, because they have never been through this process. So let's help them. Tell me the
Yeah, mostly
second interview.
FANG company does this kind of interview. So
Even like a mid-sized company does
they are
that.
doing now. Now they are accepting this kind of question like process as well.
Mhm.
And second interview was like after 10 days, and they are also flexible with the date. So like they'll not tell you like you have to do in this date. They'll tell you like when you are available. That's the best part. So I
Cool.
was doing another job as well, so I couldn't manage time, and I told them maybe after 10 days, and after 10 days it was SAT, system analysis and design, system designing.
System designing.
System
Yeah.
designing. And that was like, they will ask you to do like system design of
That's my favorite topics, by the way.
like WhatsApp message, or maybe
Design the system for WhatsApp messaging
WhatsApp message,
system.
not like the whole system, like what happens, like
Overview.
no, like so one part. So let's say what happens, what will be the system design if I send message from one mobile to another mobile. So I have to be, and
You need to
do the system
draw
design, yeah, and all those. That's where like more, all those clouds thing, infrastructure things comes up. So you have to tell them.
Did they ask you to literally draw in the draw board to
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is.
create a
That was
boxes?
online, but there were some tools they were
Tools.
using,
Yeah.
and like okay, so this is the mobile A, and he sends the message, so we pass it to the queue, and all those. So we have to use a distributed architecture system. And at the first, I was asking like how many users,
Yeah.
how many users is using the
We are handling,
system,
yeah, true.
and we have to.
And then you're probably gonna ask, are you planning for, let's say, monolithic server or the microservices? And what is the plan of breaking down? It all comes down to either we rely on what exactly WhatsApp doing it, or you can come up with, do you want to make something different, you know?
Yeah. In programming, there might be a right solution, but in system design, there is no right solution. Like it can be any, but it's only like they are just trying to hear your process, like how your brain works. That's it.
We have the things saying here, there is no right or wrong answer. It's always optimized answer in the
But
system.
even though I didn't make it in that interview, but that was the like best interview experience that I had ever
Experience. That's good to know.
And they told me like, so if you didn't make it this time, after 1 year you will be again eligible to
Apply for it.
no apply, you can directly attend the interview. That's the best
I
part.
didn't know. That's really good. Okay.
Yeah, so you don't have to come like through all this process.
So you can say, I'm ready for the system.
Yeah, I
design,
just
for
need to
example.
tell them like when 1 year passes.
Wow, that's really amazing. I didn't know. Okay, that's good, Ani. So that sounds really interesting experience with Atlassian. So I hope are you planning to attempt sometimes again in the future?
Maybe.
Okay, that's great. So if we go back into the early stage, like if we consider the day you start thinking about getting into the job until the actually landing the paid job, how long did it take? And then what are the process you learned or did along that time, if you still remember? Because a lot of IT students, they say, I wanna get job in 3 months. So I wanna know the reality in that. From your start practicing to landing the paid job, how long did it take?
So yeah, I can like share my two experience, like Nepal and Australia.
Oh, that would be great. Yes.
Yeah, I can share my two experience. And I find like compared to Australia, Nepal was a bit easy, even though I just graduated. Because in Nepal, like people like senior people working in your country, like working in different company, and you know those kind of peoples, right? So they might give little extra push knowing you.
Yeah, extra benefit.
Actually, you could like get some extra benefit, but in my case that didn't happen. um yeah, after graduating, like maybe after 3 or 4 months, couple of months, I landed into a IT job, but that was some basic things to which I had to do with basic salary, I would say. And even though I landed in my first job in Nepal, I find job very difficult to do because the gap between the academic knowledge and the real market industry, and it was really tough at the beginning.
So we can say around it took you 4 months to get into
Yeah,
the.
4 months, 4 to 5 months.
So what are the skill did you gain during that time when it considering to the technical skills?
Technical skills back in Nepal, it wasn't that like difficult as it is now.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't that difficult as it is now because if you know, like, and the market in the IT industry, and not many people were into IT. Maybe
So it's still like a growing the industry. So getting into the job was fairly easy, you would say,
yeah.
back in days. Now coming to Australia, so how long did it take? I remember you saying like 7 months.
Yeah, 7 to 8 months.
Why do you think it took you 7 months? Because I had a mentor saying he got a job in 1.5 week as well. So what did you do that caused you to wait for 7 months to get the job? And if you can go back and fix few things, what would you do to get the job within a month?
Yeah, first thing was like definitely I knew things technically, but I didn't knew how to communicate properly in Australia, how to tailor my CV in effective way so that it can caught the eye of recruiter. And I was just, I was just applying with the CV that I had applied jobs in Nepal. I was using the same resume, but I didn't know that. And I was also thinking I have already worked in Nepal for a couple of years, so definitely I'm gonna get a job easily in Australia, which was my wrong thought. And I would say, like, I could work as much as I want, and I'm doing IT, and I have a couple of years of experience. It shouldn't be that difficult for me to get a job in Australia. So I would say, I don't know, I would say overconfident at that time I was, but that was wrong to be overconfident. And no proper mentorship was available for me because I knew there are like couple of institute who is helping aspiring IT students to get job into IT industry. But back then, 2018, I knew there weren't
Many
these,
now.
no, right? And there were like institute, and I tried calling couple of them, not Nepalese institute.
We are the first one to start
Yeah,
in the
and
software industry, coding bootcamp in our community.
being
So
being a student, I thought like I wasn't able to afford the fees
yeah, very
of those
expensive.
institute. They were really expensive, and their timetable was also not like properly matchable for me. So yeah, these are the things I was really struggling. And even though I applied some of the jobs, I was getting few calls from recruiter, few emails, but I didn't know what to do after that. And and I was always, declined from first phone call from the recruiter. And I got like so many email in my inbox from like 2018 saying unfortunately was my favorite word at that time.
You can keep seeing that.
Yeah, and I was looking every email, and I was saying, oh, unfortunately we found like other person who suits better than your skill set, who matches our industry, but we'll keep your CV, and if there is any opening in our company, we'll let you know. That's being a formal way of declining you, rejecting you. That's a formal way of rejecting you. And yeah, also, but some challenges were like being on student visa, you can't work full time. And and most of the company, at some point I was near to getting a job, but because of my working restriction, I got recruiter people saying we can't hire you, or we can't take this process to next level because you don't have a full working rights. And after that, I changed my plan. So being as a student, so these are the things which I have not to do, which I should not do, because these are not going to get me job until I am a full-time worker. So I changed my strategy. So I looked into those, like, small companies,
Great.
small startups who were giving chance to students.
Yes.
And because you have to think in a smart way, like startup, small company, they won't hire, like, experienced people, too much experienced people, because you have to pay them high.
Budget constraints.
Budget constraints. So you have to look into those things where you can negotiate your, let's say, normally like average pay is like $50 an hour, average pay. Due to the budget constraint, you have to look for startup company. If you are on student visa, and you have to also negotiate with your payment. I was doing some other jobs, and it was paying me like $25 per hour. That was a night job. And I know $25 per hour is less in IT industry, but even if you are getting that chance, or maybe if someone is offering you like $20 per hour, just take it when you are in student. Back in Nepal, everybody has like different situations. They stand in every situation, family things, I know, and not everyone can
afford to do so.
yeah, so I can understand, but suit yourself according to that. So look into those small companies. And if you look into Seek, LinkedIn, you'll mostly find like companies from big job. So try to filter,
Reach out to the company
yeah,
directly.
look into the basic website. You will see like there is an opening. It worked out for me, and I got a job in student visa.
Most of the students, they are still studying in the university, so they only have a part-time work permission.
Yeah.
And also studying. So what we do is we look into the company who can hire those students, especially early stage startups. And and the recently funded startups with the small team. So there are a lot of job opening, but they can't really offer to even make a post into the LinkedIn or Seek. It costs money to put the ad.
Yeah.
And what they do, instead of putting the ad, they'll look for the referral.
Yeah.
And they go and do headhunting. So if you build a really good LinkedIn, you will get job offer.
They will reach out to you.
Yeah, they will reach out to you. So you need to, again, in the triangle, this is where we train students how to get job offer.
Yeah.
So use the LinkedIn. That's the number one platform to get the job offers.
Yeah, and I modified my strategy.
And
And
then
it worked out. It worked out,
yeah,
really.
because it's supposed to be done that way, you know?
Yeah, and I tailored my CV as well. And it worked out, and I first landed in IT job in my student visa. I know they were offering me like a low like salary, but even that's fine for me, because I was building my career in IT industry, right? And after that, so when I was about to graduate, and I already had a local experience, and I was going to have a full working rights. So before my, like, I was 485 TR. So I was like 1 month far from applying my TR visa. So what happens is, like, I started applying for big companies, because I knew because after 1 month or like couple of months, I'm going to be a full timer. And even in my CV, so I mentioned them. So because interview process normally takes like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months in Australia. So you have to plan ahead of that. So I started already, because I knew I was going to graduate in November, and I started looking job. December is like bit quiet. And I started applying from like, October, November, December, because I was going to be a full time from January. So I was just, applying for companies, and I was telling them I'm so full timer, because I knew. And even there is like 4 weeks of notice period, right? You can't just go to another company on next day. So there is like preparation time, notice period time, so many things in between. So that's like 3 months for you. I started giving interview, and even I remember I was giving an interview, and I was giving my last exam. And after exam, my exam was supposed to be from 9 to 12. I finished my exam, and after finishing my exam, I went to an interview.
That's great.
And that was like final interview, and I got my TR, and after getting my TR, I just got my job offer as well, because I was already giving an interview. And after that, so I gave notice period to my current company, which I was working there, and for like we we had a mutual understanding. So 3 weeks was my notice period for them.
Mhm.
And after 3 weeks, like I was into a big company.
And there you go. Your life is now taken
Yeah,
to the different trajectory
yeah,
for you and for your family, isn't it?
yeah.
Okay, so before I go to about your lifestyle, I want to ask one more question. So, what's something you thought mattered for getting hired,
Mhm.
and that was myth, and it really doesn't matter?
The myth is like when you look into the job description while applying a job,
Mm-hmm.
you think like, oh, I should know everything what is in the job description.
Okay.
And you feel like, okay, I can't do everything. I think I should not apply for this job.
Imposter, yeah.
Yeah, so you feel like, oh, this is beyond my league. That is a myth. You don't
Yeah,
have to know everything. And they are
true.
not looking for the same person who knows everything.
True. That's a very, very true. I can stress
Even
enough on
if
this
you
point.
know, like, even if you can cover 40 to 50% of that thing,
Mm.
and you are really good at giving interview, and you can convince those people, like, okay, not telling them directly like I know only 40% and I don't know 60%, but you have to tell them in a such a way that, okay, this guy knows this much, and but saying that this guy has the ability to learn new things quickly, and he can maintain the pace. So that was really big myth for me while coming to Australia, because if you look at the job
They
description, yeah,
literally ask entire department of IT.
yeah, because if you look at the job description, like there is so many things and so many keywords that you have never heard of before.
True.
And I was afraid at the beginning, but who cares?
Yeah, I think we have like a process for student here.
Mm,
It might be valuable for you guys if you are listening. So usually when you have your skill, we divide that into three category. We
mm,
call it basic information,
mm,
where you have a basic understanding how it works.
mm,
We call that basic foundation fundamental level skill. And the another level is the transferable skill. That
yeah.
means you know the knowledge and you have transfer your brain knowledge into basic playground.
Mm,
You know basic way how it works, but still you cannot
mm,
implement into the
mm,
project or build something great out of it or
yeah.
solve some problem. So you have a foundation fundamental skill, and you
Mm,
have transferable skill,
mm,
and you have your core skill. That means that's the core skill. You can use that skill to build, solve the problem. So we say if your core skill,
mm,
because in the job they always say core skills, good to have
mm.
skills, and this kind of thing. So looking into the core skill, if your core skill matches 60%, I said I think you are pretty much qualified.
Yeah,
Because
even
everything.
yeah. Yeah, even I can like share my experience with the current company I was applying.
Mhm.
The company is a company builds AI driven product,
Mm.
and I'm really like I was like really into AI things, and I wanted to work for AI company,
Mm.
and I looked into their job description, and I thought like I couldn't make it,
Mm.
but come on, let's give a try.
Give it
Who
a
cares?
try.
And I applied. I applied the job, and they liked my resume,
Mm.
and even later when I got hired, they told me like, we are not the one who was looking at your resume. So
Mm.
it was like our AI system looking at your resume, picking up the
Awesome.
keywords based on the job description, and you
Wow.
were selected for the first round interview. So they were
That's.
like searching keywords in the resume to match the job description.
Mm. So that
See?
was like a quite advanced.
Yeah.
And then we have something called ATS system as well. They use a quite advanced ATS system now, application tracking system. They try to match the keywords and then index or give you the score out of 100 on your resume. And if you are into the higher side of the score, then they will definitely put you in the shortlisted, and then they will do bit of background check, and then they give you call. I think even though you applied that without having 100% skill match, they might have seen your
Yeah.
potentials that you can learn and grow within the team,
Mm-hmm.
because you have a foundation experience on software development. Just learning something to do with the AI is just addition,
Yeah.
and everybody has to learn something to grow within the company, isn't it?
Mm.
And that helped you. That's great. So um
And
now,
I just wanted to add one more thing.
sure.
So even like, just for the aspiring developers, you don't have to know everything what's written in the job description. If you are good at interview and if you get hired, they don't expect you to work from day one.
Mm.
They will train you.
Always,
They will
because
give you like plenty of time. They will train you, and they will make you in good shape and make sure like okay, now you are ready to work. And only after that they will start giving tasks to you. It's not for like junior, senior, mid level. It applies to everyone, because once you join that company, you don't know everything from day one.
Mhm.
So everybody will get chance to know about the system, about the code, process, everything. Just you just need to pass the interview.
That's very true. Yeah, and they are basically there to help you to help them.
Yeah.
So you need to be very open-minded and easy and quick learner.
Yeah.
Okay, what's one mistake you made earlier that you want other people to avoid?
Don't like pretend to know everything while you are giving an interview. It's okay to accept your mistake. It's okay to accept your weakness, because people will see it in positive way if you are in the good company. And don't think like within a, I'm talking about programming because I belong to that field. So don't think that just doing reading programming for 1 week, watching YouTube videos can make you a programmer. That's an exception. It can be, it's not inevitable, but that happens like 1 in a million. So don't think I know everything. It just just be what you are. Don't try to pretend like what you are not. So if you try to pretend, let's say if you get a job by pretending someone else who you are not, but if you get into the job market or get into hire that company, maybe they will not know you for 1 day or 2 day, but slowly they'll get to know you, and they may fire you as well, because there are so many cases. Because if you present yourself who you are not, you can't work there.
True, that's very true. And also another thing I want to add on that is, based on my experience, do not hesitate to ask questions.
Yeah, true.
Because I had a few weeks, I just pulled my hair through, didn't sleep very well, just because writing one simple syntax mistakes.
Yeah.
And then I consider that if I ask this question, I'm gonna sound like dumb.
Yeah, even
And then to avoid
Yeah.
like sounding dumb, I literally struggled 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, and I was like, when I joined this company, and there was like I was meeting my like manager and tech lead for the first day, and the one thing that they told me struck in my mind is there's no silly question. They used to pronounce my name like Sundar and SUN son.
Yeah, Sundar.
But and they asked me like, are we doing like good? Are we pronouncing? No, it's Sundar. Then okay, and that one thing always struck in my mind. Though other people have told me as well. There's no silly question. You can ask us any question anytime. We are here to help you.
That's true.
And that was like so.
But sometimes we hold ourselves back and not asking, and that's going to cost our growth and also the company growth.
Yeah, that's
so
like
that's definitely something
Yeah,
to be avoided.
overthinking. That's overthinking. Like before asking question, don't do overthinking. Just
Okay.
ask it.
All right, great. So what is the proudest moment since you become a developer?
When I came to Australia, I had a dream to work in this like global kind of IT companies,
Okay.
and that was my dream before going to Australia. But it didn't happen in day one, so I had to go through a lots of struggle, lots of hard works, lots of small sacrifices. And when I really landed into full-time IT job, and I was sitting in the chair writing a code and all those real things happening around me.
So basically the lifestyle you are proud of now.
Yeah, after joining that company, my lifestyle totally changed. So that was really proud moment for me.
Okay, how it has changed your life, like financially, mentally, personally. So it's for the people who wants to know what it looks like in the future if they want to start career as a software developer.
Yeah, definitely, like it has changed my life, because I was into physical work before joining this IT company. I was doing some physical works, and I was like not having proper time management as well. No, like not proper time management for so many things for families, and because I had to go there anytime they call me. So after joining this job, I have gained some financial stability, and the flexibility is like I can go to Nepal and work from there for like couple of months. I can be at my home, eat my home food cooked by my mother.
Awesome.
Yeah, and those things, and also like I have off on weekends now, so I can plan accordingly. and my mind, the thinking process of my mind, because every day I'm solving some problem that requires a logical solution, right? So the way of my thinking, and I also get to know the more Australian culture because I'm working with Australian people, and it's giving you exposure to their diversity, Australian people, and are changing my minds. And also when I'm with my friends, I always motivate them because some people are still struggling to get job into IT, so I'm helping my friends. So many things have changed now.
Oh, that's amazing. So, yeah, I have met many software developers who have, changed their life
Yeah.
from what they were doing, and they are in the level of the life where they thought it was never possible.
When I was doing some odd jobs, and I thought, oh shit, man, I'm not getting IT job now, because I was so frustrating applying so many IT jobs, and every time I get rejection, and I was like, I need to complete my study, and I'm going back to Nepal. I'm not doing this kind of job anymore, man. Come on, where is your self-respect? That's me
True.
thinking inside my mind while doing that job.
True. So that was basically your pain fuel you to become what you want to become today.
And I take that as motivation as well.
That's a very important thing, because I have done like cleaning, I have worked in the cafe, I have done like kitchen and many jobs,
Yeah.
but I never even think twice that I will not pursue my career. So even I was doing dishes in my mind, what I have to do to get my day job.
Yeah.
When I go for a pizza delivery, I was thinking, can I meet one person who work in the IT? Maybe I can take a chance on him. That's always in my front foot.
Yeah, that's same.
Mm.
Every day I was going to that job, and I was thinking, today is my last day. I'll not see you tomorrow.
Okay, that's really, I hope guys this will happen to you one day, and I would love to hear more from you. And if you happen to just recently land your dev job, write in the comment section and then share with your journey. I would love to hear, and that will inspire other developer as well. So in talking to inspiring developer, if you could speak to every struggling developer right now, what would you say to them?
Summing a few things, make a plan, and there's no like good company, bad company. So it's your mind who you should train, because at the end it's your brain deciding what it's your brain deciding what you are going to do next. And also, I know like motivation, you get motivation when you are in the company of people, but after a couple of days you are lost. So motivation matters, but I think discipline, on top of that, discipline matter the most. Make yourself disciplined, because discipline take you to the long way. So always motivating yourself, and keep surrounded by the people. And even if whatever job you are doing right now, it's not a bad job, to be successful, like there are so many steps that's going to fail for you, like because every failure step is a journey towards successful career.
True.
So if you are failing now, don't give up. That happens to me a lot. If you are trying to quit, if you are trying to give up, don't do that unless you make it to the IT industry. But make sure you always have a dedication to do that. If you are doing like doing hard work, if you are doing just randomly and just I'll get job anyway, don't think it that way. Make a plan. This is not Nepal. These things could have worked in Nepal, but this is Australia. They will only select you based on your talent, not other things. So if you have a talent, dedication, and if you show the ambition, potential to them, that you know these things and you can prove yourself, definitely you will get an IT job. But never quit. If you quit, if you think of giving up, that's the end of your IT journey.
Yes, very true. They have saying that you never fail if you don't quit.
Yeah.
You'll fail many times, but at the end you'll succeed if you don't quit it, isn't it?
Yeah, true. And some people might get job in IT in 1 month. Some people get it in like 1 year. It's just a matter of time. But if you keep on running, you'll go for a long journey in IT industry.
So I always ask my guest if they have any question to ask me. Do you have any question?
It's not like a question, just a curiosity. So in long-term plan, like Definitely there's a programming, but how effective like these developers are, how what kind of impact these students are making in IT industry, like how they are doing things, and what is a long-term plan of Dented Code? So how are you planning to take this thing further?
Okay, so there's a multiple question to unpack. The first thing is how impact. What is the impact is trend creating? So we have amazing success story coming. We literally have last week a success story celebrating student just got the job in IT. So when one person goes from like hospitality industry as a software engineer, think about that, the impact it's gonna make on their life and their family life. The level of skill and experience they gain is equivalent to somebody who just go to the industry after the graduation and work for 1.5 years. So that level of the skill they take from here and then directly create great impact in the companies.
True.
And also we don't stop there. We constantly provide some additional support, training, and whatever happening in the industry, we do research on that, and we bring that as an additional training on them so that we keep upscaling them so that they stay updated in this evolution. So that's how we help students. And our mission and vision is that we want to at least impact 1 million engineers. That is our mission. And how are we gonna do that? Yes, whatever we are doing now, providing specifically into one tech stack only as a training, but down the line we have a pipeline to add what is the skill going to be required in the future. We're gonna analyze that and we're gonna integrate in our training pipeline, and then we're gonna provide the skill of the future. So that is the Dented Code vision, impacting 1 million life engineer, whatever the career, whatever skill is asking in the future.
Yeah, sounds really good.
Thank you, Sundar, so much for sharing your very valuable journey and taking your time to come all the way here and sharing your story. Now, guys, I hope you have learned quite a lot from him, and he has really gone through the pretty much standard journey of every software engineers. So take the message from him. Do not ignore the valuable message. There is a saying that success leaves clue. Take the clue from him and then apply for your journey. And if you need any support, you can always reach out to someone you know. Thank you so much for staying all the way to the end, guys. I hope you really found the valuable information here. If you did find the real value from this podcast, can I ask you a favor? Can you write the information you found really valuable in the comment section so other people know what value they can get from it as well? And also, can you please share this video with someone who really needs this? By doing this, you are not only helping somebody else, as well as you helping me to reach out more people like you, like them, so that I can invite more guests, with a bigger guest, with more valuable information for you. Until then, guys, go ahead, do your best to get into the industry. If you have any question, you can always reach out in the comment. So I'll see you next.